What is climate change? Climate change, by definition, is the culmination of periodic modifications and interactions between atmospheric, geological, chemical, biological, and geographical elements. This is most evident through the average global temperature and current carbon dioxide levels in the atmosphere.
Despite not being there to record the climate change in the past millennia, researchers are able to gather information from ancient records and statistics from ice core samples. Scientists examine slices under mass spectrometers to detect trace samples of chemicals and isotopes that hold an abundance of information on the past.
For our journey through the history of climate change, we'll be starting around 650,000 years ago in the Quaternary period of the Cenozoic era.
In the past, there have been 7 major ice ages, also known as glacial epochs. During an ice age, the global average temperature would drop, and massive sheets of ice would cover most of the northern hemisphere. These sheets would eventually retreat, and a warm period would begin. The last glacial epoch, the one most people are familiar with, ended around 7,000 years ago.
Around 2,000 years ago, there was a rise in temperature in Europe, known as the medieval warm period. As we keep going on the graph, we can see a decline in temperature around 400 years ago, or in other words, the 16th century. This period is known as the Little Ice Age. Fun fact! This is why so much European art during this time featured so much ice and snow.
In the past 2 centuries, we've seen a dramatic change in climate. This is a direct consequence of human intervention. The population has grown to roughly 7 billion. Factories and transportation pump out almost 10 gigatons of carbon annually, leading to an increase of almost a degree Celsius. The Industrial Revolution, the end of World War II, and subsequent baby boom era, as well as the massive transportation industry, all contribute to this issue.
Thanks to the most recent ice age, humans were able to cross to the Americas for the first time through the Bering Strait when it froze over. They followed the animals they hunted into the new continent.
Due to global warming, ice caps have melted and allowed water to run down into the ocean, thus raising sea levels. Heating of the topmost layer of the ocean also causes the sea levels to rise. The rising of sea levels has also threatened coastal cities such as Miami. All this has led to larger storms, hurricanes, and other natural disasters.
Farmers are now also experiencing troubles with their crops due to droughts. This has also happened in the past, but never on this level.
In the past, climate change has been a naturally facilitated process. This happens due to the greenhouse effect. Sun's rays reach the Earth's surface and bounce back into the atmosphere. While some rays escape back into space, others are trapped and bounce back by the thin layer of the atmosphere. Greenhouse gases are responsible for this effect, and are being steadily increased by humans adding methane, carbon dioxide, and other greenhouse gases.
Another natural factor is the orbit and the axis tilt of the Earth around the Sun. The elliptical change varies the amount of sunlight the Earth receives.
This can change the carbon dioxide levels because the ocean can absorb and produce this gas. The balance is dependent on the amount of light received from the sun.
This has been Allison and Andrea, bringing you climate change throughout history.